of the rim. Garnett on the slam foul. Using Curry way downtown. Oh, what a shot from Curry.
I thrive off of nostalgia when it comes to the NBA, and what better way to do that than relive previous NBA finals? For that reason, the other night I found myself indulging in the 2009 NBA Finals micro-movies, bringing me face to face with one of my favorite what-if plays in history towards the end.
There's also the possibility of the alley-oop.
And Lamar Odom is going to be on the inbounder.
You know, Coach, but the size of Turkoglu makes Lamar Odom's limp not that much of a factor. Odom right up on the inbounds pass. 0.6 of a second remaining. Alley-oop to Lee. Lee won't go, and we go to overtime. Boy, you couldn't ask for a better shot opportunity.
Turkoglu is on the inbound. Courtney Lee fakes, then cuts into a Rashard Lewis screen that the Lakers are totally unprepared for. With Trevor Ariza stuck in the middle, Lee more or less has a wide open cut to the basket to receive the inbound lob. However, he caught the pass so low that he needed to reorient it in mid-air whilst also avoiding any Pau Gasol interference. It was so much more complicated than it looked in real time, where it appeared Lee had just blatantly missed a golden opportunity to steal one on the road and send it back to Orlando tied. Speaking of interference, watching it from the micro-movie angle, I hit pause and sat up as I noticed, oh my goodness, Pau touched the rim. It's not even close either. The whole side of his right hand hit it as the ball was coming off the glass. I immediately went into research mode because although it's been 14 years, I didn't remember a single second of controversy surrounding this play, and I've remembered specific things older than this. But judging by the amount of articles from this day, oh, it was absolutely controversial. It's called basket interference, Phil Jackson was quoted saying after the game. Even if you hit the net supposedly in the process, that's part of it, but that rule is kind of archaic. It isn't called in this day and age as much, but when we were in high school, that was something a high school ref might call basket interference. Jackson provided a straightforward analysis saying that the correct call was not made, meaning that the Magic were swindled of a critical game. That, however, is not how Bernie Fryer, the league's vice president and director of officials, saw it. He cited Rule 11, Section I that said a player shall not, quote, vibrate the rim or backboard so as to cause the ball to make an unnatural bounce. So although the ball was on its way towards the rim, you can pretty clearly see it already had way too much on it and was gonna miss anyways, independent of the alleged interference. Also, let's be real, how many people even saw this at full speed? It's just like Pau's foot touching the ground in 2010 before he let go of that one layup in the clutch. That's an excruciatingly difficult call to make in the moment, even if you really wanted to. But check this out. I call this one of my favorite what-if plays ever because this NBA Finals series was so much closer than anyone will ever remember. Despite not getting that Game 2, the Magic would ride the obvious home momentum to protect home court in Game 3, and then they were on the brink of tying things up in Game 4. First though, a couple of things regarding that completely forgotten Game 3. Near the end of this one, Kobe Bryant was 5 of 10 from the line, missing an extremely crucial free throw of a pair that would have cut the deficit to 1. Shortly after that, he'd get plucked by Dwight Howard with 28 seconds left, leading to free throws that would grow the lead to 4. Elapsed more time, and he's missed a crucial three-pointer that would have cut the lead to 1. Mind you, this was Kobe still trying to win his first ring without Shaq, and he absolutely could not afford to lose this one given that it was his second try after going out to the Celtics in the previous year. He especially could not be the one to come up short in the clutch during said event. Okay, so Game 4. The Magic led this one by 5 points with around 50 seconds left, which is just a hop, skip, and a step away from being a sure win in most cases. This time on a fast break, Kobe spun into a beautiful pass to Gasol that cut the lead to 3, somewhat reminiscent of a finals pass he'd once thrown to Shaq. After Dwight Howard tragically ended up on the line with a chance to extend the lead, the ball ended up in the hands of Derek Fisher, who teed up what appeared to be a 100% smothered shot to tie the game.
Bryant gets the ball in his hands, back to Ariza, over to Fisher. Fisher looking, Fisher puts up the 3, ties the game! Derek Fisher ties it with 4.6 remaining.
And what is Jameer Nelson thinking they're going to do? Why wouldn't you be up and crowd the guy? The player's IQ always astounds me of not knowing time, score, and situation.
Or at least at that point, as Fisher's coming up, make the foul there.
But I loved how they defended it. What are you doing behind the three-point line? I mean, I'm not understanding what he's thinking about right there.
Derek Fisher is not a threat. He's doing you a favor, Jameer Nelson, if he puts the ball on the floor and goes by you to the rim. More time being eaten off the clock. This is bad execution by the Magic. Derek Fisher, once again, another big shot for the Lakers.
Jeff Van Gundy obviously did not like the defense. When does he like anything? But a dribble pull-up to three, a good bit behind the line with a defender anywhere near, is still just an incredible make. Afterwards, to Orlando's credit, they did not fully fold in overtime and gave themselves a decent chance to win it. But after Jameer Nelson got elbowed on a Kobe Bryant pass, Fisher hit yet another cold-blooded bomb as the Lakers never looked back.
Against Peaches, here comes the double. Up top to Fisher, straight on three, puts it in! Derek Fisher with another clutch three! And the Lakers go up 94-91.
So by the end of all of this, you had one game that the Magic just very barely lost after beautiful play design, and another where they were almost comfortably leading with under a minute remaining. Combine that with the game they actually won, and after two 50-50 finishes, there were three possible games the Magic could have won in the 2009 NBA Finals. Given that this was back when the lower seeded team would get 3 straight home games, there was serious potential for something other than the gentleman sweep we got. Fortunately for the Lakers, they were more proficient at late game execution and would secure the series, landing Kobe his first ring without Shaq and 4th overall. Funny enough, if you go back and listen to the things that they said about him as it was coming to a close, it's a much different tone than the one you hear today.
Wait, let me say this, because I got this question earlier. Where does he rank if he wins a championship in terms of the greatest players ever? What number is he going to be?
He's in the top 5.
Top 5?
Top
What?
10, I'm sorry, top 10.
No, you said, okay, you,
top 10.
wait.
You kidding me,
Top
right?
10.
You don't think he's in the top 10?
I don't.
I do.
Yes.
I had him
Top
at
10.
number 10.
He's
I
top
had,
10.
this is what I had.
Ahead of Michael and
No,
Oscar.
no, no,
I said
no.
top 10.
Top 10.
Top 10.
And then I had
What about Akeem
Kobe.
Olajuwon?
No, he's not. Kobe's a more dominant player than Kareem Olajuwon over his
Oh,
career.
my God, are you
over his
kidding
career.
me?
He is. Four NBA championships. Top 10 of all time. Kobe.
TV.
He's in the top 10 of all time, Chuck.
Thanks for lighting a little fuse up here,
I
too.
said
That's good.
tight 10.
Let's see it.
Top 10.
He's 10. He's
Top
10.
10.
Just thought I'd throw this in there because it's clear a great number of people who weren't around at this time didn't know that Kobe Bryant was regularly mentioned as a top 10 player before he'd even won his 5th championship. However, that's probably another video all by itself. As for this video, it's over, so if you enjoyed it, please remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell next to my name if you want notifications every time a new video drops. Appreciate you all watching, and I'll see you on the next one.